Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on a newly purchased product. It's not a new launch, but it's been few months since the launch of this item. So the item that I'm talking about is the Nykaa's Just Wink It palette. I have been testing it out a couple of times in this month, and I must say that I'm quite impressed with the overall palette. But without getting into conclusion, I want to talk every single detail about this palette for you. Quick breakthrough all little details of this palette, giving you swatches and everything. So basically Nykaa launched 4 palettes, and this is one among them. This one is in the style Sweet Sunday. Now I actually was planning to get the peach palette. When I saw the swatches online, I was really attracted to the peach palette and I really wanted to get it, and I even saw a few of the YouTubers were actually raving about the peach one. So I went to my nearest Nykaa store and I actually went and saw a few swatches and handpicked the palette by myself. So when I was swatching them, I was attracted to this one. This is the Sweet Sunday one, and that's just because there's one eyeshadow in this palette with which I just fell in love. So if you want to know which one it is, you have to watch further. So I'm going to divide this review into 4 different phases. First phase is the packaging. So for the packaging, as I said, this comes in this cardboard style packaging. It has this beautiful layout of the palette or the shades in the palette. Each outer packaging is color schemed, so when you just open this, you can pull out your palette right over here. And this is how the inside packaging looks like. Pretty sleek, slim. So as you can see, the palette is pretty compact, slim, and it is travel friendly. I really like the packaging of this. It is sturdy. I mean, you can just throw it in your luggage. It won't shred. It won't have any damage to this. The outer packaging is actually matte. This might get stained. As you can see, it has a little fingerprint stains all over here, but that doesn't really bother me. They have the shade name and every detail which is on the box is actually on the palette, which is amazing. So once you open the palette, you have a beautiful mirror, and when I saw the mirror, I was in love with this, guys. This is such a huge mirror, such a clear. When I talk about mirrors, few palettes, they don't have that quality of mirror, and this one, this is a really beautiful mirror, guys. And coming to the actual eyeshadows, they are 12 different eyeshadows. They are few metallics, they are few matte eyeshadows, and there is a glitter shade as well, which is one of my favorite, and that is the one that I was talking about. So when I give you swatches, I'll give you a rundown of which shade is my favorite. It's really a bummer that there is no shade name for the shades in it. I wish that Nykaa had shades written or at least mentioned at the back of the packaging, so that it would have been really easy for us to just talk about that single shade with its name. So it even came with a brush which has a sponge tip applicator. I think I have it somewhere in my makeup stash. I don't even know where it is right now. I won't be using that anyways, guys, so I just had to throw it away. I'll be definitely going to use brushes. And guys, if you are a beginner in applying eyeshadows, I made a tutorial, or I made like a how-to kind of a video where it's like a step-by-step procedure of how you apply eyeshadow. If you are a beginner, you have to check that out. I'll list that in the description box for you to check. Now coming to this, so this is how the packaging is. I really like the packaging because it is sturdy, it is slim, sleek, it is just compact, everything in one. You have a mirror that you can work with. Really amazing. I would definitely give 5 on 5 for the packaging. The second phase of this review, the price. So initially when this launched, this was at 1500 rupees. I bought this in I think there was a Pink Friday sale, and it's then that I got this for like 1200 or 1300 rupees. And currently you do have an offer of 7% on Nykaa, and it's currently at 1394. For the price point For 12 pan of eyeshadow, I think 1300 is really reasonable for the quality that this comes with. I really like that these are not cheap quality by any means. So if you just break down the math of the eyeshadows and the price point, each shadow is somewhere around 115 or 120 rupees, which I think is really inexpensive, guys. You can definitely pick this up when you have sales on. So for the price point, I would definitely give this 5 on 5. Now coming to the actual eyeshadows, the formulations and swatches. As I said, this has 12 eyeshadows in it. This particular row is really great for transitions. I mean, this is a really nice brownish skin tone kind of a shade. Along with this is really great to give that deepening shadow kind of a look or giving that transition. This is a really nice peach shade, a pink shade. So they are really good options for a transition. I always like a good transition color. So I'm just going to use a fluffy brush. So I'm quickly going to pick up this peach eyeshadow on the fluffy brush. Now when I'm picking up the product, there is literally nothing to little fallout on the eyeshadow palette, which is not that much. I mean, I can work with it. I'm just going to dust off a little excess and I'm going to work this into my crease. This is a really pretty shade for that soft, subtle transition. I really like this shade, guys. So as you can see, that shade is really soft. It gives a beautiful soft transition, which I really like. For intensifying the crease a little, I'm going to use this brown kind of a shade. Again, this is a matte eyeshadow, but this is really soft. And when I'm picking up the product, again, there is literally nothing to a little fallout. So I'm just going to deepen out my crease. I'm using the same brush. Just going to intensify the outer corner and bring it in just a little bit. As you can see, the shade is nicely pigmented. Next, I'm going to pick up this deep brown shade and I'm going to use a denser brush. This is the Pro Arte one. And I'm just going to intensify the outer corner a little. As you can see, there is a little bit of a fallout, but I haven't done my foundation yet, so I can literally wipe that off when I'm done. So you have to be very careful with this eyeshadow. It has a little bit of a fallout. I'm just going to intensify the crease. Just bring it a little bit right over here. I'm going to take the peach eyeshadow a little bit more, again on a fluffier brush, and just blend out the harsh edges. The matte eyeshadows blends really well, guys. You can definitely see where I have applied peach, where I have applied that medium tone of brown or a dark tone of brown. You can definitely see the colors. So next, I'm going to take this beautiful glitter. This is what I have used in my recent video. So I'm actually going to put this right at the outer corner, as you can see over here. As you can see, the shade is really pretty. Next, I'm going to take this eyeshadow again on my fingers and apply this on the inner corner. And I'm going to take this beautiful golden shade and just apply it right on the inner corner. So I'm quickly going to wipe this thing off. I'm going to apply concealer and then I'll be right back. So I actually applied a little bit of bronzer, blush and a highlighter. I'm going to finish off the eyes, guys. I'm going to use this pink purplish kind of a shade and smoke out my lower lash line. I'm going to use a smudger brush for that. But there is no fallout, as you can see. I've applied quite a nice pigment of color, but still there is no fallout. I'm quickly going to take this brown shade and again smoke out the lower lash. I'm just going to blend out any harsh edges with a little bit of that brown shade again. It's such a pretty look. I love that. So I'm quickly going to apply liner, curl my lashes, and I'll be right back. So I just applied the lipstick, guys. I've used the Ofra liquid lipstick and this one is in the shade Havana Nights. As you can see, the eyeshadows really pop, the colors are unique and they're really pretty. So of course you definitely need a base for this. So I'm going to give you swatches on my arm with foundation applied, because without the foundation or without any proper base, this neutral shades would not really pop, and I am a medium skin toned girl and it is really difficult for these kind of shades to pop on me. So even on the eyes, as you can see, I've first applied the concealer and on top of that I've applied the shades for that popish kind of a look. So first I'm going to start off with this row and then I'll be giving you the swatches of this row. This is how the first row looks like. Of course this particular shade is not that visible, but it's really great for an overall eyelid kind of a thing. This shade is really great for transition. Even this is really great for transition. A beautiful matte purple shade, a beautiful metallic purple shade, along with a beautiful brown burgundy-ish kind of a shade. The next row has this beautiful metallic cream sheen kind of a shade. This is a peach shade. This is a really great pink shade, like a muted pink, and this one is my favorite. You can definitely see a little bit of a glitter in there. This is a really good bronzy kind of a shade, and this is a really nice brown shade. So overall there is pinks, there are browns, so you can definitely create a look with browns and pinks for sure, but you can definitely go with these beautiful peachy shades for some soft summery looks as well. Of course this is not like super extremely pigmented, but at the same time you just want a little bit of a base to give that poppy kind of a look. Overall the shades are really nice and the pigmentation is really well put together, and I really like the metallics compared to the matte for sure. That is my personal preference. I really like this really nice glitter that they added to give that pop kind of look. I really hope that they have this separately as an individual pan in future, because I would definitely buy backups of it. So I would definitely say that metallics and that glitter shade is one of my favorite kind of formulas in this palette. I think it's really one of the beautiful palette that I have tried in Indian market so far. So I would give 3-ish kind of a rating out of 5 for those matte shades, and definitely a 4 for the metallic ones, because I really think metallics do really pop and do really stand out. So coming for the last and final phase of this review, the final thoughts. I would definitely think it's something to invest in. I would definitely think that each palette, each eyeshadow pan in this palette is just 115 rupees, and getting this, you can create multiple looks with this eyeshadow palette, is definitely worth giving a try. I would definitely recommend you guys to buy it, and I would give an overall stars of 4 out of 5 for overall output of this palette. Yes guys, so that's my thoughts on this, and because I like this palette so much and this is festive season, I have a surprise for you. I'm giving away one eyeshadow palette for one of you guys who is watching this video. I'll have all the details of this giveaway in the description box for you to enter. I'll be announcing the winner on 1st of January. To start off with a giveaway is definitely worth for my subscribers, so I would definitely think that you all should participate in this giveaway. This is first giveaway, and I would really want to give away one eyeshadow palette because I have love for eyeshadows, I have love for eye makeup. I really think that a simple smoky eye or a simple matte kind of a look, or smoky look, or dramatic look, anything and everything is ultimately my favorite kind of looks. So I would definitely want to give out this eyeshadow palette for you to test. Even if you're a beginner, this is definitely a great palette to work with. So all the details of the giveaway would be described in the description box down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it guys. I hope this festive season brings out a lot of happiness to you. I'll see you guys soon in my next video.